You know that feeling when you have a really good chat with a friend or get a hug from someone you love and you just feel a little bit healed? Well, it turns out that's not just a feeling, it's a biological fact. Today, we're diving into the incredible science of how human connection doesn't just make you feel better, it physically actually rebuilds your brain. So let's get into how that's even possible. And there it is. That's the core idea. And it is absolutely stunning. We usually talk about love in these soft, poetic terms, right? But the science? The science is telling us that genuine connection is this powerful force that is actively repairing and reshaping the very structure of our brains. So how on earth does that actually work?
Okay, to really get this, we need to meet your brain's internal construction crew. Think of them as these amazing biological processes that get activated the moment you feel safe and loved. And their whole job is to get to work, repairing and strengthening your neural pathways. So this rebuilding process, it happens in 3 key stages. First up, you've got neurogenesis. That's your brain literally creating brand new neurons. Then there's synaptogenesis, which is all about forming new bridges and connections between those neurons. And finally, you have myelination, which basically strengthens those connections, making them way faster and more efficient. It's a complete neurological upgrade, and it's all triggered by connection.
And here's the thing, this isn't just a theory, this isn't a metaphor. These processes lead to real, tangible, physical changes in the brain that we can actually measure. So let's look at the concrete evidence of this incredible makeover.
The results are, well, they're profound. The hippocampus, which is so important for memory and learning, it can actually shrink because of trauma. But with connection, it starts to grow back. Your prefrontal cortex, which is kind of like the command center for your emotional control, gets stronger. And then get this, last one. The physical markers of inflammation in your brain, things that are strongly linked to depression, they actually go down.
A reduction of up to 40%. I mean, just think about that for a second. This is not just feeling better. This is a measurable physiological healing process happening right inside your head. You are not imagining it. Your brain is literally getting healthier. But what makes all this possible? What's the trigger? It all comes down to a massive shift in your nervous system. See, for that construction crew in your brain to start working, it needs to get the all-clear signal. It has to know it's safe.
Our nervous system really has 2 basic states. Over here, you've got defense mode. This is when your brain is constantly on high alert, scanning for danger and using up all its energy just to stay vigilant. But when you feel genuinely loved and connected, it flips a switch. It shifts into growth mode. It finally believes it's safe enough to stop worrying about new threats, so it can redirect all those resources to repairing old wounds.
Now, this next part is really important. When we say love, it's so easy for our minds to jump straight to romance. But this neurological benefit, it's not exclusive at all. Your brain's repair shop is open for business thanks to all kinds of genuine connection.
The science is totally clear on this. This healing process happens with all forms of genuine connection. We're talking about deep friendships, supportive family, that feeling of belonging in a community, and yes, even the incredible bond you have with your pets. Any of these can create that essential feeling of safety that allows your brain to heal itself.
And remember, this is not a one-and-done deal. It's this ongoing process. So every laugh you have with a friend, every moment of real understanding with a family member, every bit of support from your community, each one is like giving your brain the green light to continue its vital repair work.
So what's the big takeaway here? What does all this mean for how we look at our relationships? Well, it means we need a pretty fundamental reframing. We've got to stop thinking about connection as just a nice to have and start seeing it for what it really is.
Here it is. Connection isn't some emotional luxury. It's not a sign of weakness. It is a non-negotiable biological requirement for your health, just like food, water, and sleep are, for a healthy, fully functioning brain. So, I'll leave you with this to chew on. Knowing that every single moment of connection is a direct act of neurological repair, how are you going to invest in your brain's health today? Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer.